right, 10 seconds. We have a channel points prediction rolling along. So get your channel points in if you'd like to be a part of that. That ends after the pistol round, but we've got getting info on the CT side, Akimbo on the T side, and we're going for a bit of a journey from out of the map to come to the map and broadcast to you this knife round. Oop, there's first blood. Cameron takes that off of Carson, but gets nipped himself. Does look like getting info have managed to get themselves a little bit better in the ground department, but it will be Dia to go down first. Shane on the trade. And now it's a total bloodbath with Shane, the final one to fall. Akimbo take the knife round, which is something they do fairly often. And so we'll give Akimbo that map or that side choice. They'll choose the CT side, and we'll get off to the races. Chat, I do want to say thank you to those of you that are hitting the follow button during the stream. If you're watching this as a VOD, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment about your favorite part, or, you know, a movie you've seen recently, or something completely unrelated. The comment can really be anything you want. And let's get right into it. So we got Nuke. Classic map. Gonna keep it kind of chill here. Couple of utility sets for the getting info side. Looks like they're just gonna make this one a quick A hit. But there's a lot to fight here on the A-bomb site for Akimbo, but N2O will fall early on. Marky with the kill there. Obi looking to answer back. Only gonna get one as Marky takes down two teammates. Ooh, Fang joining in as well. And it's just going to be Cameron left standing for Akimbo. He's doing some good work, but it's not quite enough. As getting info will take the pistol. So a solid start for the T side. And yes, for you asking in chat, this is live. Technically, this is 4 minutes behind the game itself. The stream is delayed so that the players are not able to look into the stream and stream snipe, which is, you know, competitive integrity and all of that. Now, from Top Hut, ZUI doing a good job. Will burn down Carson to start off the round. Getting info, looking for some pressure toward the ramp position. Cameron gonna be the one to hold them off. The smoke doing a good job. Getting info forced to wait it out. What are some of the big events coming up? We've got PGL Bucharest. We've got Frag Vegas. We've got the MRQs coming up in the middle of the month. So a lot of Counter-Strike stuff going on pretty soon. Well, this Fire doing a good job keeping the scout back, but Cameron opens up with two. Getting info, not going to be too concerned as they headshot onto N2O, but Fang and Marky both on super low HP. Combined, they have less than 50 HP. So just a couple of bullets, a couple of wayward shots through a wall would be enough for this round to be traded back to the Akimbo side. Double's going to open up for Obi. But getting info, ooh, they're looking pretty strong all the same. Fang burns down as he takes down Laxi, and has to be Marky, but can't quite stand up to the fire as Obi will get the kill, and Akimbo will trade this eco round right back. Gotta love when things, when the rounds go fast. Things are moving along. Getting info are really the team to beat right now as we get into this final week of the league for ECL. Who is the better team here? I would say getting info. I'm pretty sure anyone in chat who's looking at these two teams is going to say that just based on ranks alone, getting info are the team to beat. But that's not to say that Akimbo can't take them down. Akimbo have definitely done some solid work versus the upper echelon teams. We do have the hero rifles on Fang and Marky. We'll see if they're able to do some work here, but N2O causing some damage early on. Dia ripped apart, and Obi just going to open up with 2. Marky answers back for 1, but the damage getting pretty high onto these remaining getting info players. It's just going to be up to Shane to hold the line. 1 versus 3. Does get the kill onto Cameron. Going to exchange the Galil for the AK. Does have the bomb as well, so has a lot of space to work with, but only 50 seconds remaining on the round. ZY waiting inside of hut. Oh, the timing, but it's not going to matter. Obi, good for the 3rd. And Akimbo will string 2 together. That is going to hurt. That's a lot of money sent down the drain for getting info. It is T-side of Nuke, so they do have some opportunity to bring this one back. But always good to see the CT side getting off to some momentum here, because we have kind of seen a bit of a renaissance on the T side where you wouldn't expect Nuke to have a good T side, but people have really started innovating, and it's great to see the fact that the Nuke is not a cut and dried map anymore. Gotta make sure to get the nades into position here. Just a couple of pistols on the getting info side. Does look like they want to try to charge into the field of Cameron, and he's good for first. Bang, headshot, but Marky just gonna put the Glock on burst and drive by as getting info. Zoom down ramp. Obi available to try and stop them. Does stop Carson, but needs a lot more than that. Shane taken down. We can hear the Glock being put into burst mode for Dia as he falls as well. Marky got P250 in hand. Finds his 2nd of the round and only needs 2 more. Oh, that's a good shot at N2O, but he can't quite close this one out, as Akimbo will make it 3. So Akimbo off to the races, but getting info now with their 2nd buy of this one, looking for a way back into this map, way back into this half. Not too difficult of a spot to be in, only 2 rounds down, so, you know, you're not feeling too bad at the moment. Nade's getting tossed on over to try and hold back this outside push, and Laxi playing from under Marshmallow only gets 1. He's really looking for a bit more from that position, because you're not really going to be traded. You've got some outside players to maybe hope for something. Oh, N2O rips the hut player of Marky. There's still Dia outside, and so Shane and Carson down lower, and it is going to be up to Obi to try and stop them. Playing from vents, not the easiest spot in the world, because as soon as you peek out, you don't have any room to dodge, and Shane will show him exactly that. So bomb goes down on the B site. Once again, it's been a few rounds to get the bomb down on the B site. N2O, cracked by Carson. And that's man advantage into the hands of getting info. 2 versus 3. This retake suddenly looking shaky. They do have kits, but not a lot of money if this fails, and they're losing men one after another. ZY has to do this alone. Knows Shane is over here in the corner. Ooh, but can't hit the shots. And getting info will answer back with a 4K from Shane. So getting info, making sure to stamp their foot down, and again, the money for Akimbo now all but gone. They're going to be doing kind of an awkward force. Definitely something interesting. N2O picking up that scout. We've seen him use the scoped rifles, so that one makes sense, but the we'll see how the double MP9 and double M4 with not a single kit on the Akimbo side works out for them. Definitely a weaker buy, but this is Nuke, where that MP9 does have the opportunity to really get loaded. Lexi taking a lot of damage here. Carson going to be more than happy to dole that out. There's something to be said for evolutions of players. These players were getting info on some of their previous teams. You wouldn't call it a Nuke team, but they definitely have evolved to start really picking it. A lot of NA seems to be on the Nuke train these days. They've gone from, we play Inferno, to, woo, we play Nuke. And Obi with a good double. Well, I said the buy was shaky, but the MP9 picking up 2. Dia will take that one right back. Flash in his face, doesn't even matter. And now it's going to be up to Laxi as getting info, but he's on the ladder. These shots, they're basically in the mouth, and he does hit them, but Dia ready for the second player as well. 2 versus 3. Getting info will make their way down to the lower bomb site, but they've got some players here on ramp. Cameron, ooh, knocks him down to 8 HP. Can't quite finalize the kill, but it will be N2O to pick up the first. And now Dia in a 1 versus 2. They both miss their shots. Ooh, but N2O won't miss that one. Akimbo going to be the ones to extend their lead, not allowing getting info back into this, at least not that soon. The loss bonus, though, should give getting info a decent enough force, should they wish to go for it with the bomb plant. At the very least, Dia picking up the hero rifle with the rest of the team on Tech 9s. And a deagle for Murky. And I also just, I really enjoy how Nuke, a lot of times you do get these kind of standard default outside cross smokes, but so many teams have been coming up with different ways to throw it. You've got the waterfall down off of top hut. You've got the just cover garage. You've got, you know, ooh, hold on. Oh, okay. I can continue talking about nades now. Maybe the rest of getting info, getting fast, pushing through here, but it's the quick and the dead. Obi picking up 3, but Carson will answer back with a couple kills of his own. Picks up the op. And has the bomb, so this one does feel like, man, it shouldn't feel like a 1 versus 3 is possible, but Nuke is a map where you do get some magic happening. Carson making his way back up, spotted by Laxi. Now you feel like something, there's less magic available. 40 seconds, but the good kill onto ZUI might just open this bomb site up. Does still have to spot Laxi up in heaven. But this would be quite a good round for getting info to trade back. And in that smoke, the bomb will be planted. Carson now on the 1 versus 2. With the bomb down and plenty of room to peek it from. This 1 versus 5 suddenly looks plausible, playable, doable. He still got squeaky closed, but he'll hear as Akimbo start to make their way over to the bomb. Cameron just going to get on it. Oh, they don't have nades, but they do have kits. He's not expecting this, and his bomb is just going to be stuck. No 1 versus 5. Sent down the vents. See you later. Well, Akimbo definitely making this one look good. Again, would not have called the favorites going into this, but again, it is CT Nuke, so we'll see if they can hold on to this lead. Full rifles out for getting info, and that was just pistols for the getting info side. Ooh, Carson getting caught here, getting bit Down to 75 HP, down to 25 HP. Fang falls as well. The mini player, Laxi, doing a lot of work here. The Heaven player joining in as well. 3 versus 5 now for getting info. And one of those 3 has a Galil. Not quite as good as an AK, but still feels okay to have. But ZY will spot the legs of Shane as the molly falls on top hut. And, ooh, well, Dia answers back for 1. This round would still be huge to win from this point from getting info. 2 versus 4. And they'll head on over to ramp. Once again, Cameron called upon to win the round for the Akimbo side. Ooh, he can get himself 1 frag, but that's not going to be enough to win this round. Marky now in the 1 versus 3. He is a good man to have in that clutch. Got that AK out, got the Molotov. Let's see. Do I have CS legs? I have legs. I am a human person. I don't know what you're talking about. I have legs. Interesting questions from chat. That's okay. I try to answer what I can when I can. We got pistols from getting info. We hear those Tech 9s popping away. Ooh, heavy utility being played on into this one, but look at the damage. Carson able to get 1, but the rest of getting info just falls one after another, and it's Akimbo with a very fast round number 9. Prove I'm not an AI. All right, stick around after the game. I'll appear on camera and, I don't know, do a dance or something. I don't know what's going on here, Helva. It's Saturday night chat. And we're hanging out, I guess. Getting in. Oh, we're getting a big old lobby crunch from Akimbo, but they're gonna get punished early on. ZUI does tag down 2. It's okay. Lobby crunch going at least a little bit the way of Akimbo. But still 3 players alive. Does feel pretty dangerous. Obi knows there's one on the roof. Heard the ladder earlier in the round. And now the molly will force him out of lobby. 3 versus 3. And time's starting to get a little bit short from getting info. Does look like they want to try to head into lobby off of this, but a lot to worry about for them, but they'll force Obi off top hut with a Molotov. But they're not pushing off of this. So I like this. A little bit of a bait and switch for getting info. Like, you thought we were going to just push on to A site with that, but no. We're going to do some more things. Carson getting up to heaven could be dangerous, but Laxi ready for the shots, but not ready for his second. Watching for the hut player as he is taken from behind. And Cameron now in the 1 versus 2 as the bomb goes down. Now it does look like getting info will get themselves around. Ooh, on his way up from vents. Good kill onto Dia. He's got the kit as well, but no smoke to cover the bomb as he comes out. He's making his way around for the mini player. He's looking. Can he spot Fang before Fang spots him? Yes, he can. As he walks out from hut. And it will be an 8th round for Akimbo. Absolutely obliterating, getting info on the CT side. Now this one not looking so good. Full rifles once again for the getting info side. They're having a tough time cracking these sites. I do like the idea of going for the outside again. It has worked. They've gotten the bomb down pretty consistently on the B bomb site at least. And as the op misses, this one feels like it's going to be a good round for the getting info side. You need a couple of those before they can really call this T side to a close. With only a couple of rounds left standing. You could never count out the Akimbo team. I keep saying this. Just because they're sitting... Hold on. Okay, just because they're sitting at the bottom of playoff contention does not mean that you can just call them the weakest team. See what else they have to say. I think an 8-4 would definitely give getting info the momentum that they need to close this one out strong. 1 versus 4 for Cameron, but likely just going to be looking to save this. Only a single flash left on the belt, and you know, getting info all over the site, so just a good way to try to take away some weapons on this one. Keep the round close. Ooh, Fang gonna be the next customer in line and the next one to fall. Oh, that's not what you want though. That's gonna hurt. Still, the money for Akimbo definitely in a decent spot for the final round of the half, so not in the worst scenario they could be. All right, outside smoke's going down once again, getting info. We'll try to make this play, and once again, Akimbo on the weaker guns, the MP9s, and no AWP for N2O. I feel like I'm saying a license plate. This is your AWP N2O at K2SO4. Bang. Good opening over toward Laxi, but N2O will trade it right back. Keeping it 4 versus 4. Retreats down secret as well. Hello. That is one of those MP9s down for Akimbo, so the remaining weapons just get all that more dangerous. Info, though, looking to explode out onto the A-bomb site, or at the very least, try to make some noise up here before they emerge. Ooh, no, we're getting a full-out push here, and ZY prepared for it and prepared for the spray down. Takes down 2. Can't hold on, but doesn't need to. N2O is here for backup. Survives on 1 HP, and will close this round out 9-3 in the favor of Akimbo. What can I say? They're doing a good job on the CT side. We'll see if getting info can match them. And again, you gotta really take a look toward the current rankings. Getting info don't have to be that concerned about this game. Akimbo are just keeping themselves in playoffs because they're 1 win ahead of Bad News Capybaras. And Bad News Capybaras have 2 more games this season. Akimbo only have 1 more game after this best of 2. So you have to feel like getting info, or like Akimbo are really, really just, they're putting their all into this to stay in playoff contention. But as per usual, the pistol round on Nuke is going to be a slow simmer. Akimbo, though, looking for the ramp position. They get the molly, they get the nades down to try to open up Squeaky, but they're not pushing it. Ooh. Hold the phone here. No, it's an absolute massacre inside a ramp. 3 versus 3, down to 2 versus 2. Ooh, N2O caught outside, and Laxi has to do it alone now. 1 versus 2. Got the bomb, though. But he's also got company, both getting info players, getting close, getting dangerously close. They're not even going to give him the plant. Carson pops out of double. Dia going to let him have it. So yes, it is a traditionally CT-sided map, but recent data for Nuke has shown that the T side has actually shown a lot of promise. I guess it depends on who you're looking at, right? There are definitely going to be teams where the CT side is just going to be crushing all the way through, but some teams have definitely become Nuke merchants where you can't really discount the fact that it's supposed to be a CT-sided map. Dia already spotting the players out of red. There's not a whole lot of utility bought on the Akimbo side. They're really looking for this round to be all aim, no brain. They've got the Deagles to match it. See if they can make that work out for them. They've already lost 1, and they need something. They need to keep this round a little bit close. That is indeed going to be something. Maybe a little more. Otherwise these Deagle buys gonna start to look a little bit wasteful. But they do take 2, and they will be rebuying with rifles in this round. But now we get to the big round. 4 rounds separating these two teams, and if Akimbo can win this rifle round, it would definitely be a lot of pressure on the getting info side, but now we're going to get some interesting positions because with the rifles, getting info do have to be a little bit clever. You can't just play outside in garage anymore. You're just going to get sprayed through the smoke just like this. N2O spots the trace. Well, can't even spot the tracers because it is an A1S, but can spot the fact that the smoke is breaking and hits the shots perfectly. Shane will answer back. A great cost to his own life, but now we're getting even more. 3 versus 3. Carson looking for that wounded player. Fang gonna show up here as well. Does feel like they've got Laxi dead to rights, but not before he'll take down a Carson. Good headshot, but now, oh, Fang. Oh, belabored spray, but it is hitting in the end. 2 versus 2. N2O falls, and Laxi unable to stand up to Fang. That's getting info with the first rifle round win, and that's going to cause now Akimbo to be in the hot seat. What's your typical Chinese food order? Tofu, broccoli, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, I don't really order Chinese anymore. Just because a lot of the times I don't know what's in the sauce, and so it's hard to know whether, you know, it's like a chicken stock or something. Well, back to pistols for Akimbo. We'll see if they can make 2 better than 1. That's a nice little dunk there. Nade just lands in ZY's lap. And Akimbo will slow things down just a little bit more. There is the MAC-10 on Laxi, but there's something about it that it just doesn't feel as dangerous as the MP9 anymore. Shane puts down 2, and it's just going to be up to Obi to try and hold on, try to keep this round a little bit close, but it's going to be a failure. Is Dia with the kill. Dia or DEA? I've heard both. See, if it was DEO, I could be like, it is me, Dio. I could make the jokes, but they're not actually funny jokes. You just hear them a lot. Does that repetition make things funny? It's... Oh, God. Well, rifles once again for the Akimbo side. They put the molly down for top hut. You can see Marky bouncing around on the x-ray. He's like, I would like to go here. No, I would like to go here. Oh, it's not going to work. But he does take down... Oh, double onto Laxi and Cameron. Obi with the trade to keep this one at least a little bit close, but getting info. They've got that CT side. They've got the driver's seat, and they have not left. Put a brick on the gas pedal and watch it ride. And unfortunately, they've put Akimbo in the trunk. This round doesn't feel like it's going to be any different. Carson already spotting the push over by ramp. Chunks down ZY, down to a quarter. And as the minute ticks by, Akimbo are like, I guess we're going to try our luck on the upper site once again, but it also will go poorly for them, so... Getting info now within one round of evening this one back out. They have had a flawless CT side. They haven't even allowed a bomb plant. Never mind an elimination. Just goes to show you can never really discount how a team is doing in the first half. Because it might just be they had us in the first half, not gonna lie. Carson just putting down the spam through the smoke. Regardless, I mean, we do have a bit of a disjointed buy from the Akimbo side. A couple of rifles and a handful of upgraded pistols. And as Carson, once again, the smoke is here. Oh, but Cameron and Laxi able to knock them over. That's going to be a lot of weapons falling into the Akimbo's side, and suddenly things getting very dangerous. But you know who else is dangerous? It's Marky, and they line up for him. 3, one after another. It's ZY, the last player standing. Looking for that 1 versus 3. He's got himself an M4. There's a lot of work to be done. And he's not quite... Oh, he does hit the shot onto Marky. So that's that MVP factor down, but Shane and DEA are not players you want to have to deal with on the other side of a server. They're both down on the lower bomb site, though, so ZY could conceivably make it to the bomb site, get the bomb down for what might be the first bomb plant that Akimbo get this game. But he's got Dia hot on his heels as he makes his way out through hut. This spray will stop him from getting anywhere near that bomb site. That bomb lays on the ground, inert. And it is a 9-all ball game. Good time as any for Akimbo to take that time out. Make sure to get your head screwed on. Maybe stretch out a little bit. But, you know, if you're on the T side of Nuke, it is a thing that you kind of have to worry about sometimes. Good to know. Thank you. Well, we'll see if Akimbo have anything more to show, but this is 6 in a row for getting info. They need 4 more. A perfect 10-0 CT side would be quite demoralizing for Akimbo. Especially going into our next map, Dust 2. That is one where that Russian Opper Dia is going to get a lot of opportunities with the op. Well, that's a good start. One thing I've criticized Fang for in the past was being the last man standing. He would get lots of kills, but not a lot of impact on the round, and having him not have to be the most high impact player on the team. He's got Marky now. It's always good to see Marky back in the server. Dude's been on a few different teams. But this is a rare sight. 50 seconds and Akimbo with a man advantage. They're letting getting info move around the map here. Oh, that's the head spotted, and Obi gonna take it off. So now Carson with an off. Carson with an off, and he makes it work. A good shot. Oh, he pops up for the second. Looking for more here. Getting greedy and getting punished for his greed. Akimbo, they want to be the ones to break this stalemate. It might not matter, because the money on getting info is pretty high now. Shane and Marky, 2 versus 3. Marky gonna step his way down vent. Obi more than ready for it. And Cameron ready for the cleanup as the player comes down secret. And Akimbo will take their first round. It took them a while to show up here on their T side, but they have emerged. Is everybody talking about Steve because the Minecraft movie just came out? Chat, it's okay if you like the Minecraft movie. I'm not gonna be angry with you. Oh, there's a dude called Steve in chat. Wow. Like, I've heard the Minecraft movie isn't very good, but it's one of those movies where I kind of want to go see it just to see just how bad it is. But we'll have to see. It's like everybody says it's bad, but how bad can it actually be? I know it's a kids movie, and it sounds like the kids really enjoy it. And I've heard that a lot of the reviews from parents are like, well, it kept my kids busy for 2 hours. Alright, sounds good. I mean, if the kids like it, like, that's not a bad thing. Although I do remember from my days working in the movie theater, kids' movies were always the worst movies to clean up after. Like, I sold concessions, I sold tickets, I cleaned movies, I even, I mean, I'm sure this isn't a surprise to anyone, but I went and I gave a spiel before movies. I was the person that would walk into the theater before they had the whole digital thing, where I'd be like, please turn off your phones. Thank you for coming to this production of Insert Movie here at Insert Theater here. We welcome you into our theater, and we hope you enjoy the show, but please turn off your phones and blah, 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 blah. And Akimbo, looking for the A-bomb site here. Marky on top of Hut gets a nade to the noggin, but doesn't matter because he's still fragging. He's got 2 and a 3rd. And Dia going to wrap this one up with a bow. Getting info, going to take that round right back to even. But yes, it turns out I like being up in front of a crowd. Who knew? Been sitting behind a screen writing code for years. Clearly, this is where I should have been. Do a dance for your crowd? I will do a dance when we switch back to the camera. They did come back. So, I guess if you're curious about team changes, Carson was... Hold on. We got a big round here. Akimbo trying to make this one fast. Off getting activated early as the smokes fall outside. But they do have to worry about Fang playing from red. They haven't checked him yet. And this is a dangerous position for him to be in. This could cause some real damage to the Akimbo's side, but the first kill to be found is N2O onto Marky, and Fang can't hold on for a second. 4 versus 3 for Akimbo. That might be just the shot in the arm that they needed. There's still Dia to worry about, and Carson inside a secret. Feels like a very rough customer for getting info to have, but oh no, getting info. They lose 2 on the A-bomb site. It's going to be up to Carson to salvage this round. He's got the 1 versus 3, But that Mech 10 doing some real pain. Oh, that is a lovely nade onto the A site players, but don't think this round is something Carson can win, but we'll have to see. He does have a full belt of utility as he sneaks his way up to heaven. I don't think the Akimbo players have heard him, but they are watching for it, and ZY will finalize the round. So, okay. In the theater, I did basically everything that wasn't managing. I worked concessions, so I made the popcorn, and I sold the popcorn. My favorite thing at the movie theater were those ices. I don't know if you remember those. It came out of a machine. It was just like I don't know. It was good stuff. So when did Marky and Carson come back to CS2? So Marky was going to be playing on Fluffy Aimers. The Fluffy Aimers team kind of got scammed by its owner. And so Marky was just looking for a team. And this Getting Info team rose from some other teams that kind of had pieces, stolen bits and pieces of. Snav went to Boss that turned into Blue Jays. And so Getting Info, they're holding on to a spot. Vanity was supposed to come back from Valorant, but decided that he didn't want to be in Counter-Strike anymore. We'll see what happens here. We've got a 5-7 for Marky sitting down in secret. And Obi ready for it with the duck peek. Fang and Dia answer back, and we'll even this one out at 3 aside. And Shane looking for his frag, looking for his flowers as well. The molly will force him out of vents, but there's not going to be the shots onto the players sneaking their way down to double. Now Dia in the 1 versus 3. Laxi and ZY down on 1/3 HP. Now, they've got the opportunity to get the bomb down, but this one, it'd be difficult for Dia to close. If not, doesn't have the kit, and they're already watching Heaven. They're already prepared for this. So the question is, can Dia go the distance, or will he just hold on to this weapon? Oh, he's making noise. Oh, he's making noise. And that means they know exactly where to look for him, but they aren't ready for the shots. And Dia will capitalize, cracks down Cameron. Looking to just take away some weapons from these saving players and find an AWP for himself. But yes, Cherry Blue Raspberry Icy was like, it was like nectar of the gods when I was working a late shift. I liked the popcorn, obviously. Who doesn't like popcorn? Like, popcorn's amazing. But Icy was, like, my favorite thing. And Carson has actually been in CS for a while. Carson was on Nouns, and they decided that they wanted to go in a separate direction. So, Nouns, if you haven't seen what they're looking like now, yes, I like frozen sugar water. If you don't know what Nouns are looking like now, they've got Junior. They've got Adren as the coach. Hold on. Shots outside for me to remember the rest of the team. Akimbo going fast outside. Ooh, hold on. And Dia taking a lot of damage as well. Hey, thank you for the Twitch primer. Thank you very much. If anyone else wants to drop a Twitch primer, sadly I can't have the alerts on during ECL, but I do appreciate the follows, the chat, all of it. Yes, they have Junior, Classia, Cryptic, Junior, Classia, Cryptic. They had Infinite, but then that didn't work out. They had Peeping was the other one. So Junior, Classia, Cryptic, Peeping, and Rush is what Nouns are looking like right now. Yes, you did hear your name. Someone was asking about Nouns. Or someone was asking about Carson, and I was saying that Carson is not on Nouns anymore. And so then I was talking about who is on Nouns now. I was trying to give, like, the roster discussion while the round is playing out. it's looking pretty good here for Akimbo to maybe close this one out. They've had a whale of a time on the T side. Ooh, but this round might not go their way. 2 versus 3. Obi trying to get into position, but he can't hold strong versus Fang. He picks up the AK. Does get taken down in response, but there's not enough time for this round. Laxi, this round just a little bit too slow on the Akimbo side. But yes, I'm trying to like unravel the web of who is on what team for people that might have been away from the scene for a little bit. CJ was also on Nouns, and CJ has also stood in for getting info. No. Oh, we're doing a who's on first joke, huh? I am not going to frag. So, heartbreaking moment while we're in the pause time. My plan was to go to Blast Monterey. Blast Monterey was going to be the weekend after frag. So I decided to skip frag for that reason, and also because they were saying to the frag volunteers that they were probably going to have a lot of volunteers from the convention they're at. So they're like, okay, we probably don't need our own volunteers, so you guys don't need to come. And then they're like, actually, maybe we are going to have some people, but by that time I'd already booked my trip. And then, lo and behold, Monday of this week, Blast Monterey moved to Denmark. Thanks, guys. Totally not salty. Can you tell? Can you tell that I'm not upset that they moved it? I mean, at this point, I don't think they're looking for volunteers. If you were to go, it would be just sort of as a spectator. But given the fact that there's a whole like expo convention thing at Vegas, you might as well, like, just to go hang out with all the teams that are going. It sounds like a really fun time. Oh yeah, I'm still looking forward to going to Monterey. I just wish that Blast was there. So right now I've actually got my fiance observing for me, and this would have been his first Counter-Strike tournament to go to, and I was really looking forward to him getting to experience what I've gotten to experience. And oh dear, Cameron, did you just die to fall damage? That's not good. 3 versus 4 with that kill from ZY, but unfortunately Fang able to split the difference here. And oh, Akimbo are falling apart at the final hurdle. Laxi, all that stands between Akimbo and victory. 1 versus 3. All that stands between getting info and overtime, and they're swarming out onto the site. He's revealed himself already. This one feels like a foregone conclusion. The smoke will keep him away from getting involved. The nade make this one spicier. Ooh, but he spots the diffuser, and this bomb is getting low. There's not much time left. The 10 seconds has passed by, but he can't hold on. It's Fang to close this one out as the defuse comes through, and we're hitting overtime. Yeah, Cryptic. It's funny. I was actually asking Adren, like, where you guys were staying during the RMRs last year, just because I was like, you know, where did the team stay? Where did the players stay? What did people do? So, you know, just curious. Trying to find stuffs to do. It should be fun though. We got a really nice hotel. Like, it's crazy how far the dollar can go. I'll have to look up what hotel we actually got during the break, but I'm really, really pleased with what we got. Oh? Well, I'll have to see it. Anyway, we've got overtime, and I should probably be commentating it. 5 versus 5 is this round going a little bit slower, but Shane gonna make me a liar right off the bat here. Laxi, the first one to be knocked over. Fang joining into this as well. Can we just talk about how nice Fang's M4 is? The hot rod with the stickers. It's just such a nice one. Oh gosh, okay. Akimbo, what happened? They're falling apart here in overtime. I mean, it's the first round. They've still got 2 more chances on the T side, but this is not good. This is not what you want to see. This is not what you want to do. They're getting wrapped on as well. They're stayed in lobby just a touch too long, and Carson's like, I got bored, so I pushed on in. And it's a flawless CT side for the first round from getting info. Maybe not I got bored, but, you know, I know that they're not looking my way, so I'm just going to push on in. Now, let's see if Akimbo can change their fortunes. I feel like a 3-0 CT side would basically lock this one up for getting info. I feel like they, even if the T sides were 3 rounds for each of these teams, I feel like getting info looked like they had the better handle on the T side. We'll see if I'm wrong. Ooh. Oh, no. N2O. This is the first shot. Now they know he's boosted up to red. And at the same time, Marky fragging out of his mind from Hut. Or from Mini. 2-for-2 trade, though. He does fall to Cameron. And, woo. Cameron with a second. What was that noise I made? I don't even know. Sometimes I make weird noises. Carson does answer back, though. Cameron, after taking those 2. 2 versus 2. It's 2s all the way down. Bomb in the hands of ZY, making its way down to the B-bomb site. Will be planted, and now we get to the retake. 2 versus 2. Hits in both of the getting info players' hands. But they'll make their way down through ramp. Keep this one quiet. Obviously, don't want to reveal yourself too soon. Akimbo have both the doors shut, but the smoke will give them the knowledge that they need. There's people here. Dia with the no-scope, and Carson cracks open N2O's skull. Getting info will take that second CT round. That one looked like Akimbo might have been able to battle back, but it's just not working out. Getting info looking like they're just about to wrap this one up. We got one more round on the CT side for them. No op for N2O this time around. It's been gifted over to ZY instead. Gosh, the Desert Hydra is such a nice one. Whenever I get to see it. Such a nice op. We'll see if Dia gets to put it to work. He spots the arms of a couple of players here and rips Cameron's arm off, but that's not enough to get the kill. Obi does fall as well. It's a numbers advantage for getting info. Looking for that flawless CT side overtime to make their mark on the first map. You can see through the X-ray N2O ready for the player up in rafters, but nobody's home. Just waiting for the push out. Akimbo taking this round slowly. Oh, that's the head spotted, and the player going to be called out as Akimbo start to make their way over toward ramp. Fang getting into position to prepare for a push. Ooh, he's good for 1, but falls to Laxi. Now the next part of this one gonna go to Dia as Marky cleans up from Hut. And it's just gonna be ZY left in this first round of overtime, but he's just more food for Dia's op. As getting info will close this one out with a perfect 3-0 CT side on the first half of overtime. Well, now things get difficult. We saw some really strong CT sides from both of these teams, but it's always that little added extra layer when you know you have to go flawless on it. Op going over to red is a little bit of an interesting choice, and N2O going to get burned out for his choices. So that's 4 versus 5. Akimbo already starting this a man down. We'll lose Obi down the vent as well. Marky prepared for that. And this one, oh, Akimbo had such a strong start on their CT side, but they've fallen apart here in overtime in the second half. It's just going to be up to Cameron to hold on, but Dia will wrap this one up with a bow. We've got another player falling down a ladder to close out Nuke. 16-12 in the favor of getting info. GG's to Akimbo. So I said that you were going to get a dance. I don't know what kind of dance you want. I don't actually have music playing right now.